Hi guys, this is Jason Louey, the Category Manager for Cobra Golf. Today we are in our training and education lab, and today we're going to be doing a club fitting with Jayden. Let's go. So what we're looking at is where your wrist to floor is going to be. And this is probably a good example of actually showing that, you know, you're taller than me, but you're not necessarily going to need longer clubs than me. So it's really about where your wrists hang. You're pretty much right in between where a standard would be. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with the length and line measurement. So what we're going to do is put some lie tape and some face tape on, because for us it's really important to see where you're making contact. So ideally we want you to be making contact in the middle. That gives us the most ball speed and the most consistency. If the golf club is coming in at a different angle, for example, if the golf club is coming in with the toe down, you'll see how the direction actually changes to the right. And if it comes in with the toe up, you'll see how the direction changes to the left. So we just need to make sure that we're getting this angle right. So what we can see after 3 or 4 shots is that consistently you're hitting it with the toe coming downwards. Also, you're consistently hitting it middle towards the heel. So that tends to show us that potentially the length is a little bit out. Ideally, if we can get these to match up, what we can actually find is that you'll get more consistency. And we just go through a little bit of trial and error to try and get things to match up. So. Move it this way a little bit more, and they're starting to match up a little bit. It's still not perfect, so we're just going to try a slightly different setup. Sort of showed me was at impact, what was happening is, because it was a little bit short, you're reaching a little bit too much. So as you were reaching, the toe was coming down, but also you're making contact more towards the heel. So now we've got the club slightly longer. It's only ½ an inch. It's a little bit longer. You're actually able to maintain your posture better, and then you can swing through and maintain your angles. So with that, we get a much more consistent shot on the face, but everything matches up now. So as you can see with this golf club here now, from where we were before, we're a lot closer to the middle, but also our dispersion in the face is a lot tighter and more towards the middle. So this now matches up with this. So just by moving ½ an inch in length and changing the line angle by 2 degrees, there's a big difference. Ideally what we want is something that goes longer and straighter. That's what everyone wants. So that's what we're going to try to achieve here. We'll try this model, and we've got 2 other models that we'll look at trying as well. So let's just hit 3 or 4 shots with this. So just doing comparison of our F6 iron and our King Tech iron, we're just going to have a look at the data on the screen and see which one worked out better for Jayden. So looking at these 2 here, obviously doing a club comparison, what it's showing us is you're getting a little bit more ball speed out of the F6. Launch angle, it's coming out a little bit higher, spinning a fraction more. And as a result, from the ball speed and the higher launch, you're getting a fraction more carry. Total distance is not really changed a whole lot. So now that the irons are done, we've got a very good understanding of how fast you swing it, how hard you hit it. So what we're going to do now is just have a bit of a play around and get you fitted into a driver. As you can see along this wall here, there are many different drivers, and more importantly to that, there are many different shafts. So let's have a bit of a play around with some drivers and see how we go. What we've got here with the weight in the front, it makes it a pretty difficult driver to hit, but it also lowers the spin and reduces that hook a little bit. So what we're going to do with this is we're just going to move the weight back. So without changing the loft and without changing the shaft, all we've done is move the weight back. So let's see what sort of result we get here. So looking at the ball speed, even though it's not moving quite as fast as the previous one you hit, you're just getting it a lot more consistent. So, but your carry distance is going a little bit further, which is interesting. Your launch is up. I'm surprised that the speed's not up, but you know, your carry distance is certainly going a little bit further. You're not hooking it as much, of course. Okay, now we've got you set into a driver, which is better suited to you to help you to hit a little bit straighter and longer. We've got irons, which are a lot more consistent for you. We're going to finish off with wedges. So these are our new King wedges. We have 3 different grinds. So what you'll notice with these ones is, just in simple terms, this is a narrower sole with a high bounce. This is a versatile one with a shaved heel and toe. So if you're the type of player that likes to open it up, close it face down, maneuver the face angle with your different shots, that might be better suited to you. Then we have a wide low, which is designed as a wide sole with a low bounce. They all play completely differently, and the important thing is to make sure you have the right head to match the way that you swing. So we'll just go through a little bit of testing and we'll see how we go. What we're looking for in the wedge in particular is spin and consistency, and that's a club that provides better spin, better consistency for you, and also seeing where you made contact. It's a lot more centered, so it's going to be a lot more versatile for you. So the other important thing with wedges, it really depends on where you play. If you're up in Bendigo, for example, in the summertime where it's very dry, you know, you typically want something with a lower bounce. If you're in some of the sandbelt areas where it's dry, you want lower bounce. If you're up in Queensland, where the sands in the bunkers are fluffy, where the rough and green side is quite thick, then you want more bounce so that you can use the golf club a little bit more. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you got something out of it. The message that I want to get across to you all is that it is so important to make sure that your golf clubs are properly fitted. If you want to try some Cobra clubs, feel free to pop into an authorised Cobra stockist, and you can find one of those at cobragolf.com.au. So thanks for your time, Jayden.
Thanks, Jason.
All the best.
Thank you.